Welcome friends, welcome to the Selenium and J unit training. Today we are going to learn mastering element identification. Element identification with ID. Element identification with name. Then we will learn element identification with XPath. Then we will create one test with ID without record and play. Right. So today we will focus on the element identification. Why element identification is important for us to master in. What is that we need to do to write our own identification tag or syntax using XPath or any other way. We will try to create our own test without ID, record and run. So all this we are going to do in a practical manner. So again we are going to start our test which we saved last time in the last session. I'll open the Selenium IDE. We'll go and open test suite which we created last time. It's a Facebook test suite. I'll just open this. You can see this has two test cases in that, and the one test case 1 is populated in a tabular format. Once you click on the test case 2, you see this will appear in the tabular format and all the steps which will appear in the IDE. So friends, we will run the entire test suite with the help of this play entire test suite button. We'll just click on this and it will start running. Then we will go and we'll talk about something called as automation testing. So we are here for the automation testing, and in automation testing we need to be very smart to identify how to automate, and second thing, how to debug. So friends, debug is a process to take out error or defect from our script or from our programs. So even in the IDE we have number of steps written in HTML format, so that is same like a program, and that has to be debugged at some point when we face any challenge or any error, right? So team, do remember that we are into migration from already migrated or in a process of migration from manual tester to automation tester, and in process of automation tester you know some tools and you know some programming language, right? And you use that programming language with the help of that tool to make our tool more efficient, our tool more reliable and more accurate, and we do some programming. So in all the development cycle, in all the stages, we see defects in that and we debug that defects, or we take out those defects to run our program without any defect, right? So in the same manner we need to debug our application, and we see, we'll go to our IDE and we see the first test is failed, failure is 1, and second is pass, right? You can see it's a green color instead in red color. So you need to root cause of this test fail, once we click on this and we see in a test log, we can see error false, right? And it's failed at verified text present. So team, we need to root cause this issue, why this particular step is failed in the IDE, and we need to rectify this. So debug is a process of taking out the errors. So just we will go and we will talk about what is the process of debugging. So first is we will see our IDE, or we will see our program, right? So there might be error in a program and our program is not performing well, or some steps has been missing, or some it's not following proper sequence, or all those. There might be some situations. And second thing we need to check is a data point. So in a whole application or whole programming language, we provide some data point to the script, like you enter username, you enter password, you click on this button, or all those, right? You enter email ID. So these are the data point. So we need to verify that particular step is provided with the right data, right? It's a username, it's provided with the username. It's a last name, it's provided with the last name. Here is the email ID, it's provided with the email ID. Suppose there is a situation where in a user ID you provided the email address, or in an email address you provided the username, then that is going to give an error to us. Then we need to first verify whether we have provided the right data point to the application or not. And third reason could be our application and our program are not in a sync. Like there are number of situations where our program is running very fast and our application under test is waiting for some response from the server, and it's still at the different step, but our test script, which is very fast, has been reached to the step number 10 and our application is step number 5 or 4 or something, right? Then it might wait some time to reach the application at application or step number 10, and if that particular time application is reaching that particular step, then it will run or it will fail. So we need to see our application and our script, our program should be in sync. And the fourth reason could be our application under test is faulty. It is not giving the correct results. Like suppose we are providing username and we are providing in password and we are clicking in the sign in button, then it should go into next page, but here is some error and that particular information is not taking or not inserting, or it's not allowing us to go to the second page. Then we can go and we can raise as a defect. Suppose we have a defect at this point, our script is not proper, and we we thought that there is a problem in the application itself, and we went and raise a defect for this, right? Then development team will come and will say application is running fine, but there is a error in your program itself, you can't test your program. So that would be a different situation altogether for you. So you need to first check your program, second check your data points, third check that your program and application are in sync. Then you can see that application under test is a culprit and you can report the defect. So debug is very important thing, and it is extremely very important. You need to do this word in several time in an interview. You can use that, and people like who is taking the interview, he'll see that you are talking in some developer aspects, you're not talking as a software engineer aspects. So friends, we will go to that point and we will see what is that error. and we will rectify that. So I'll just open the steps. So here my application has failed, and first we will go to the application under test. This is facebook.com, and we will verify the steps. Let's open root folder facebook.com, right? It's open that. It's typing the software username, it's typing the second name, last name, testing concept, right? It's typing, and you can go to email ID. It's given the email ID, it's provided the email ID, and click on this sign up button, right? It's clicked on this, but it is not able to find this you must fill in all the fields text, but the particular text is able, or we can see that particular text appearing in the application. So what could be the reasons like our test fail? So we can again rerun this test case, and we'll just select the test case and we'll go to run test case. So it will run this particular test case, and again we see this is failed. And if we have observed that once you click on sign up button, it takes some time to appear the particular text, right? And this might be a situation where our test is very fast, like it's clicked on the sign up button, it's went to the second step. It's a click, it's not click and wait, because it's a click, it's just clicking on the sign up button and it's waiting for second step to happen. But our application under test is taking some time, and it's not appearing this particular text at the same label. If you see, I'll just refresh the page, and I'll type this software testing concept, email address would be training at software testing concept.com, training at software testing concept.com, right? And you observe this, once you click on this sign up button, the page is not refreshing, but it's taking some seconds to appear this particular text, right? So what we can do, we can just insert one more step here, insert new command, and here we can give a command for pausing this test for some seconds, right? So we'll pause this particular test for 2000 millisecond, right? And we'll save this test suite, and we will run this particular test again. So let me run it. Now you can see this particular test is passed. So what was the reason it was failing? It was not waiting at this particular time, and it was again moving to the next step, but our application under test was taking some time to appear the particular text, and it was appearing here, right? So again you can play entire test shoot, and we can see how this is running. So you can see test 1 is passed, and it's executing second test, and it is passed now. So all the both test cases have been passed. So now we will talk about something Firebug. Firebug is a tool which is being used with the developer or with the designer to see the element and their properties on the any web page, right? So once you have installed Firebug, you can see it's a bug icon on your browser, Firefox browser. If you not installed the Firebug, you can go to tools and you just click on add-ons. In add-ons, we just type Firebug and click on search. So like that, you have number of search here. In that you will find the search for Firebug, and from this list you just click on install. That particular Firebug will install, and it will ask to restart your browser. That's it. And you can see this particular bug icon at your browser. So once we click on this bug icon, it will open a simple box for us, and you can see there are number of options: HTML, CSS, script, DOM, net, cookies, and other thing. So rest we will talk later. Once we will click on this particular item and we put on any of the element, right? We put on this element, you can see it is giving me all the details of this particular email address or email text box. What all these address? Once let me copy that. I'll just edit this and I'll just copy this in my notepad. So this says it has HTML tag input. Input tag means it can take input with keyboard, it can take input with the mouse, it can take input with any other options, right? And it has attribute or properties type equal to text. It has one second attribute tab index equal to 1. It has attribute value equal to nothing, and the second other attribute ID equal to email, other attribute name equal to ID, other attribute class equal to input text. So all the elements which is there in the web page that has some attribute or some properties or some HTML tag, right? Once you click on this, you can see all those things here, right? So what we will do, we will just create one new test case, and we will see how to write the test case without record and run. So just team, let me minimize this. I'll just go to this and I'll just click on this. I'll just refresh this page, so this will give you the fresh page, right? So here I'll create one test case, new test case. I'll set the name of this. This is Facebook sign up underscore TC 003. So this is our third test case. Just save it. We'll save our test suite, right? So we saved our test suite. So we are going to start one more test case, and you let me know what all the steps we have to write first, right? First what we will do, first we will open the facebook.com, right? So what is the command for that? We'll just go to command and we'll write open, and what open? This is a base URL. So for base URL you can see is /. So this is for opening a facebook.com, right? Then what we can write, we can go to first name and we'll just click on this with the help of Firebug, and we'll go to edit. In that we can see it's a HTML tag is input, type equal to text, blah blah blah, all this, right? So first we will take name equal to fname, right? So I'll just copy this name equal to fname and we'll click on this. So this is the text box, right? So with the help of text box, what command we can give to the web page? We can click on this web page. We can click on the this text box. Yes, we can click on the text box, but there'll be no effect or there'll be no action after clicking on this text box. So what we do is with the help of text box, we can type some value in the text box, right? So command would be type. What to type? I can type software, right? Once you click on find button, this log says locator not found. Why the locator is not found? We have to type on this software. Okay, we have to type on this, but this is the value and we have write this value in a target field. So this is the wrong field. Once we cut this and we'll put in the value field. So what would be the target? Target would be name equal to first name. So name equal to first name. Once you click on this, once you write name equal to first name, you just click on find. You see it is highlighting this particular step, right? It's highlighting in a yellow color. So this step is complete. Now what we have to do? We have to type some value in the last name. We will go to the next step. We'll type command type, and what is the target? Target we have to identify with the help of Firebug. We'll just click on this button and we'll put on this last name. So what is the target? Name equal to last name. So we'll write here target name equal to last name. And what is the target value? Testing concept. Once you click on find button, okay, well, you are able to find, right? Again, what we will write? We'll just type on sign up button. So what we do? We just go to this, we type, and what is the target? Just click on this. We'll just select this button. So this says HTML tag is button, ID equal to this, name equal to web submit. So we'll just write here name equal to web submit, right? So after writing that, you can click on find. You see it is finding for some small fraction of second, right? So once you type on this, what we expect? We expect some value to be present here, right? What is that value? The value is you must fill in all of the fields. So to capture this value, what command we write? We write verify text present. Verify text present and the value. So this is not with any element or any attribute in the web page. This is the direct message or direct text which is appear in there and appear in the web application, and it will verify that, right? So once you click on find button, it will not find that because there is no locator or there is no element locator has been identified for this particular text. So what we will do, we'll just save this particular test shoot and we can run this particular test which we created now. So I'll just minimize the Firebug and we'll just go and run this particular test. So this, yes, this is opening and software, this right, it has done all this testing concept, design something. So this has failed at this particular type, right? So the particular step was not performed with the ID. It is verified text present, it was not able to verify, even though you can see the particular text is not appearing in the application under test, right? So what could be the cause of this? So to verify that or to debug that, you need to first see our steps. We open facebook.com, right? We type first name, right? We type last name, right? We type name equal to submit, right? We did that. So where is the error? So we can perform the same step in the application first, and we see whether application is performing that step properly or not. So we'll verify that. We'll enter the value in the application software testing concept and we'll click on this sign up button, right? So after clicking, after some time, it is appearing this particular message. Yeah, it is appearing that, but why this script is failed? So we'll again run this particular test and we'll see whether why this is failing. Again it is failed for this, right? So what could be the cause of this? Open, type. Oh, right. So what is the error, team? You can see we type in the text box, right? We type in the text box, right? but this is a button, right? And this button is nothing to type here. We just click on the button, we don't type on any button. So we have to change this command from type to click. So we click on this, and after clicking on this, you see it's taking some time to appear this particular text. So we can again put a pause with this command, one new command, and we'll put pause of 2000 millisecond, right? And we can save this test case. So after we click on this, I will save the test case, right? So we save the test case and we run and verify whether this is working fine for us or not. We'll just click on this and see this is working for us now, right? So we were able to find this solution and we were able to create our own test case without recording, right? So in this recording we have taken the target and the element for name, and the next test case we will create, and we will take attribute of ID. So just let me create one more test case here, and create new test case, right? I'll write the name of the test case. It's a Facebook underscore sign up underscore tc underscore 004. Once you click on OK button, so again we are going to create one more test case, and here we will take the attribute ID. So we'll just save this test shoot again. We'll save the test shoot here, and we'll start with the application. So to write that, what we have to do, we have to just open the facebook.com. So what would be the command? We'll just write open, and it is facebook.com is already here, so we can give one /. So this is pointing to the base URL, root URL, right? Then next command would be, we have to type something on first name, right? So what is the element, what's the target for the first name? I'll just go and right click and we'll say inspect element with the Firebug. So once you click on this element, you'll see all the attributes, all the properties of this particular first name is appear here, and is ID equal to, just let me edit this. So once you go to ID, you can see ID equal to U005, right? I'll just copy this value and I'll provide in the type, right? And if you want to ensure that that this particular ID is very like pointing to the particular text box, you can click on this find button and you can see, okay, it is not pointing, or it is not finding this particular element. So what we'll do, just remove the double quotes from here and just click on find button. You can see it's finding the first name. So what with the value I type, I'll type software, and the second last name, we'll just click on this pointer and we'll just point to the last name. What is the ID? I'll just copy this value and we'll come to this, we'll enter a command, we'll type on this, type target would be this. We to remove the double quotes here, and in value field we'll provide testing concept, and we'll ensure this is finding the particular element in the web page. Yes, this is finding the particular element. We'll provide the email value, so we'll just click on this, your email. Once you click on this your email, you see it's giving the properties of your email. I'll just copy this and I'll go to new command and we will type in the email field, right? So I will type here, and with the command would be type, and target we have copied, so I'll put the target and I'll remove the double quotes from here. I'll just click on find to ensure that it is finding the particular element, and we will provide the email ID training at concept.com, right? So this is finding. Again, you have to re-enter the email address. Once you click on this, you can see this is pointing to the particular element, and it is giving the properties of this particular element. So I'll create new command here, and command I'll type, command would be the type, and target would be this. I'll just remove this, and value I'll type training at the rate software testing concept.com, right? So what would be the next action or next step? I'll click on this sign up button, right? So clicking on this, I'll just go and I'll just point to the button, and you can see what is the ID for this button is this. So I'll just copy this attribute and I'll insert new command, go to the command, I'll type, no, I'll not type, this is the button. Here I have to click, so I'll just click on this button, and this is the element locator. I'll just remove double quotes from here, and this does not require any value. So you just click on find button, you see this is highlighting, or this is pointing to the particular element. This is pointing for a very small time. And in the next field, what we will write, we have to verify the particular text to present. I'll write verify text present. So what is the value, what is the text should be present? This particular text should be present, so I'll just copy and I'll put in the target. So there is no element target for this text, it's just a particular text should be appear in the web page. So if I'll find this, it will not find, because it is not locator or it is not any element. And what we have observed, that this is taking some time, so will insert one more command here, pause. So we'll pause our test for some second. So team, we are pausing it for 2000 millisecond. Something wrong with this, it is not allowing me to go to the next step. I don't know what's wrong with this. Let me pause. This is not working for me. Okay, just let me do one thing. Let me remove this, I'll delete this, I'll again insert this command. Okay, I inserted the comment last time, sorry, that's why it was not taking us to the in pause. I'll click and I'll put it for 2000 millisecond. So yeah, again it is not a locator, so once you click on find, it will not find anything. So our test is created. We created one test case with the help of name attribute. We created one test case with the ID attribute, and we'll just click and save this. So I'll save complete test shoot, save test shoot, right? Test shoot saved. So we'll just minimize this Firebug and we will run this particular test case, which we written with the help of ID attributes. So once click on this, you can see this is opening, or this is running fine. So this is failed here, right? So it was not able to find this particular value at this particular time. So we can increase the value, or we can increase the time duration for this. So we'll again save it, save test case, and we'll rerun it. So we see this is running properly and it's ran properly without any error. So we need to see like how much time or how much seconds it's taking and to next step to be enabled or disabled or appear. So according to that we need to pause our test to sync with the application under test. So friends, in the next session we are going to learn is the XPath and with the dynamic scenario with the XPath and other stuff. Sorry, it's too late. So in the next session we are going to learn with the XPath. So thanks for joining and thanks for looking at this video.